Lights, camera, action. Welcome back to Flick Flash. James Cameron's Avatar saga is finally heading into its most intense and emotionally complex chapter yet. Avatar, Fire and Ash isn't just another visually stunning return to Pandora. It's the film where grief, cultural division, and moral conflict collide. Before you step back into this world of floating mountains, living oceans, and now burning landscapes, here's everything you need to remember to fully understand what's at stake. The Avatar story began with Sully, a former human marine who arrived on Pandora as an outsider but slowly became its fiercest defender. By choosing the Nausics' way of life and bonding with Neytiri, Jake didn't just switch sides. He fully rejected humanity's exploitative relationship with nature. By the end of the first film, humans were expelled, but that victory was never permanent. Pandora was always going to be a target again. Fast forward to The Way of Water, and Jake is no longer a warrior fighting for a cause. He's a father trying to protect his family. That shift matters deeply because Fire and Ash builds directly on that emotional evolution. At the heart of The Way of Water was the Sully family. Neytiri, Nedium, Loak, Kiri, and Tuck. Their forced exile from the Forest Clan and relocation to the ocean-dwelling Mekiina tribe expanded Pandora's cultural world while also exposing deep emotional fractures. The most important moment to remember is Nedium's death. Nedium was the responsible one, the son who followed rules, protected his siblings, and tried to live up to his parents' expectations. His death wasn't just a battle casualty. It shattered the emotional foundation of the family. Jake became quieter and heavier with guilt. Neytiri became angrier and more dangerous. Loak was left carrying survivor's guilt. Fire and Ash continues directly from his trauma. The title itself reflects emotional devastation. What happens after everything you believed in turns to ashes? If there's one character you absolutely need to remember, it's Kiri. Born from Grace Augustine's avatar body under mysterious circumstances, Kiri has an unusually deep connection to Eywa, the planetary consciousness of Pandora. In The Way of Water, we saw her communicate with marine life, feel Pandora's pain, and even collapse after pushing her abilities too far. Kiri isn't just spiritually sensitive. She may represent Pandora's future. James Cameron has hinted that Fire and Ash explores a darker spiritual side of Pandora, and Kiri sits right at the center of that conflict. Understanding her role means remembering that Eywa isn't just benevolent. It's reactive, protective, and possibly capable of destruction. Then there's Spider, the human boy raised among the Nausics. Spider represents moral contradiction. Emotionally Nausics, biologically human. His story becomes even more complicated with the return of Colonel Miles Quaritch. Quaritch is no longer fully human. He's a recombinant, a Nausics body with Quaritch's memories and personality uploaded into it. He remembers his hatred, his mission, and strangely, his connection to Spider. At the end of The Way of Water, Spider saves Quaritch's life. That single decision matters more than anything else going into Fire and Ash. It suggests that Quaritch's arc may no longer be just about destruction. It may evolve into something morally ambiguous, possibly even redemptive, or far more dangerous. In the first Avatar, humans wanted unobtainium. In the second film, they wanted Amrita, a substance that stops human aging. But the real revelation was this: Earth is dying. Pandora isn't just being mined anymore. It's being prepared as a replacement home for humanity. This escalation matters because it reframes the conflict. Humans are no longer invaders for profit alone. They are desperate refugees willing to burn another world to save themselves. Fire and Ash leans heavily into this moral gray area: survival versus destruction. The biggest new element in Fire and Ash is the introduction of the Ash People, a volcanic Nausics clan shaped by disaster, loss, and rage. Unlike the Forest Clans or the Ocean Tribes, the Ash People are said to have rejected Eywa. Their connection to Pandora was broken, possibly by a volcanic catastrophe, and instead of healing, they turned inward. Led by Varong, this clan represents something we've never seen before in Avatar: Gnostics versus Gnostics conflict. This is crucial. Until now, the Gnostics were morally unified against humanity. Fire and Ash challenges that idea, showing that Pandora itself is divided culturally, spiritually, and emotionally. More than any previous film, Fire and Ash is about internal conflict. It explores how grief turns into anger, how faith can collapse under trauma, how victims can become aggressors, how survival can justify cruelty. Jake and Neytiri are no longer symbols of hope. They are parents struggling to keep their family intact. Kiri questions Eywa itself. Quaritch questions his identity. And the Ash people question whether Pandora deserves protection at all. This isn't just a war movie. It's a moral fracture point for the entire saga. James Cameron has confirmed that Fire and Ash effectively closes the first major arc of the Avatar story. While Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 are coming, this is the chapter where the emotional groundwork is laid. Everything after this depends on who survives, physically, spiritually, and morally. Before watching Avatar, Fire and Ash, remember this. Pandora is no longer a paradise under threat. It's a world in crisis. The Gnostics are no longer united. Humanity is no longer just greedy, it's desperate. And the biggest danger ahead may not come from the sky, but from the fire already burning within Pandora itself. Thank you once again for being a part of Flick Flash. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep that movie and TV magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more exciting recaps. This is Flick Flash signing off.